Now in this video I will be doing the options. Now we have already talked about what the option derivatives are. Now in this video we'll be talking about in a much detail about these options. Now we know that these options give the holder a right. Now for this right, he has to purchase this right, he has to pay what is known as the option premium. Now these rights can be of two types. He will either get a right to buy or he will get a right to sell. Now the party that has the right to buy, is called as the call option, and the one that has the right to sell is known as the put option. Now overall and for to get this right, we will have to pay the premium. Though both the parties will have to pay the premium in to get the rights to buy and to get the rights to sell. Now if someone is getting the right to buy, there will be a party who will be having the obligation to sell. Similarly over here, if he has the right to sell, there might be a party who has the obligation to buy. Now this party, now if we talk about in the call options, now if a party has a right to buy, he is known as a long call party. Now if he is long, the another party is going to be short, and that party is going to have the obligation, so this party is going to be a short call. Similarly over here, if a party has a right to sell, so he has bought the call option, so he's going to be long put. So over here, if the party has the obligation, so it's going to be short put. So overall we have four types of this option positions. One is long position in call option. We have a long position in put option. We have a short position in call option, and we have short position in put option. Now these two parties are long, so they are receiving the rights. So these parties have the rights, and these parties are short, so they have the obligations. Now as they have the rights, they have to pay the premium. Now and this they have the obligation, so they have to receive the premium. Now the long position in a call option means the right to buy. Now long position in the put option means the right to sell. The short position in call option means the obligation, since they have obligation to sell. Now short position in put option means obligation to buy. So it is very short, since he has a right to buy, he would expect the prices to rise. So he's going to expect the prices to rise. Now this this party has a right to sell, so he would expect the prices to fall. So since he is expecting the prices to rise, so he is bullish. Since this party is expecting the prices to fall, so this party is bearish. Now this party has an obligation to sell, The short position in the call option has an obligation to sell, so he would expect the price to fall. Again, is going to be bearish. An obligation to buy, so he would expect the prices to rise, so it's going to be bullish. Now these options are of different types. Say for example, we have an American option, we have a European option. So now the difference between the American and the European option is that the American option can be exercised anytime. In this case, we don't need to wait till the maturity to exercise the option, while as in the case of the European option, they can be exercised only at maturity. Now throughout this video we'll be dealing mostly with these European options and some videos on these American options as well. Now we will be taking the implicit assumption that the options are European and they are exercised only at the maturity. Before I move on, I want to introduce certain notations over here that I be using throughout the lectures on the options. Now I have the S is as underscore t is 0 underscore naught and s underscore t, which means the price of the underlying on which the option is made at time 0, that is today, and time t, that is expiration. So X is going to be the exercise price at which the option can be exercised. R is going to be the risk-free rate. T is going to be the time to expiry. Now